Hello, welcome to another Meggie Moos Creations video, carrying on with the 12 days of stamp sets, and this is day 2. We are going to use Lawn Fawns Snow stamp set with these penguins to create this card. Yes, I know my stamp set's a bit grotty. Unfortunately, stamps do go like this, and this is one of my most used sets, and also I think this is one of the first Lawn Fawn sets I actually got to make Christmas cards with, probably in like 2016, 2017, so it's quite a while since I actually got this, so yes, it's a bit gross. I do clean them off and take care of my stamps, but I just thought I'd put it out there. But yeah, we're going to use this one, and we are also going to use the Cheery Christmas stamp set, where for day 1 I used the Christmas tree, but for day 2 I'm going to use May Your Christmas, or Have a Cool Christmas is what I'm gonna say. And so yeah, I'm gonna get stamping and everything, and I will show you the finished card at the end. So I'm taking my stamps out of the stamp set, and I'm just placing them on an acrylic block and inking them up. My ink is nothing special, it just came from Hobbycraft UK. It's about £1 or £2. It's really cheap and simple. It isn't as inky as I'd like it to be anymore, but it is my go-to ink. I think it works, it's fine. It works quite well with my colour pencils, because my colour pencils aren't as bright as like brush markers or Copics or something like that, so it kind of gives it a muted effect. But the images themselves, there's nothing wrong with it, like the ink isn't blotchy or anything like that, it's just a bit duller than some of the, say, like Memento ink or something like that. Taking my colouring pencils now. These are watercolour pencils from WH Smith's in the UK. I've had these forever. I actually have 2 sets because I acquired my sister's ones because she doesn't really colour as much as I do. So I'm just colouring up my images. I took these 2 blue colours at first, and I'm just going ahead with them, and I thought that they looked quite nice together. It kind of creates like a icy Christmas scene, considering they're penguins, an igloo and a snowman. I thought that would work quite well. Obviously have an orange carrot nose for the snowman and orange feet and beak for the penguins. This is where I didn't like my colouring. I didn't like how patchy the black pencil was, and this is where the ink is a mistake, because I then take a brush marker, and I've never coloured with brush markers before, so this was a very new experience for me, but I did like how dark it turned out. I do have Memento ink, but it always bleeds for me, so I only really used it once or twice because it always frustrates me, but I would have used it if I'd known that I was going to be using the brush markers, but I didn't. It was a spur of the moment decision, and in the future I will probably use the Memento ink with this brush marker to get that nice dark colour of the penguins, because I also have puffins and I think it would look really nice with them as well. So finish colouring. Oh, this is my Wink of Stella brush pen. It is very old now, so I very rarely use it, but it had a little bit of ink left in it, so I just used it to make the, you cannot really see that at all, but I used it to make the igloo a little bit more sparkly, like glistening with the snow. So I'm just taking the matching dies and putting them into place so that I can run them and cut them out in my Big Shot die cutting machine. This is where I struggle to find washi tape to hold them down, or low tack tape. I eventually find some. And just put them in place so that they don't move around when you put them in the die cutting machine. Oh, and I've die cutted them out now. I'm just gonna take them out and put the matching dies away as I go, because my desk gets quite cluttered and I don't really want to lose these. But it's just so satisfying popping them out. There's a few more images in this stamp set than there is in some of the others, so it was quite nice to be able to just pop them out and watch them. So I have a little reshuffle, and my card is very similar to day one in the fact that the snow that I used in day one is actually from this stamp set. So I decided to use it, but the snow, I bought this stamp set with the intentions of getting the snow because it's like a background filler, and I don't really have any of the background dies or anything at the moment, and I quite like this. I got it a few years ago actually when I was starting to build up my stamp collection. So yeah, I've gone ahead and stamped the snow in the background. I'm just taking a piece of patterned paper, it was a bit of scrap paper. I'm just lining it up so that I can cut the excess off and have a nice little strip at the bottom. It is a very pale blue colour with some snowflakes on it, and I thought it worked really well with this wintry theme. Sort of made it look like they were in the process of decorating and making the snowman. Once I've laid out all my images, I add my sentiment. So I line it up and then I just pick it up with my acrylic block, make sure that it fits and ink it up. It actually turned out quite nice. Sometimes they can be a bit blotchy, but this one I got a nice even pressure across all of them, or across the stamp, and so I was able to. I was trying to line it up, the foam square, with the glue, but it was too big, so I just chopped it down a bit. Just make sure that everything's in place, and once I've foam taped everything, I get some snowflakes. It takes me ages to do this. But yeah, I get some snowflakes, but they're from all different sets, so I spend quite a while collecting them all, making sure that they're the ones that I actually want. And yeah. To be quite honest, I don't hardly use any of them. I collect a load and then I end up just using one or two, because I wanted to make it really fun at first, but then I realised I didn't have that much space to work with. This is the finished Christmas card. I didn't like the way the black pencil looked for the penguins, so I went ahead and used a brush marker. The brush marker that I used, I believe I got it from The Works, which is I don't know, maybe the dollar store or something. We have different ones, but they do stuff for cheap basically. And yeah, I picked up a pack before a few years ago, and this is the first time, couple of times I've used them. So yeah, I don't have any practice colouring really with brush markers, but I quite like the way this turned out. It's an icy penguin Christmas. I went with the blue just because I had the blue paper. It is a very pale blue, almost grey, patterned paper with like little snowflakes on it. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more content, and also to carry on watching the 12 Days of Stamp Sets. Thanks a lot. Bye.